Okay, YouTube, quick disclaimer. These are not firearms. They are pneumatic air guns. I like to call them pellet launchers. I'm about to pump this one from zero. It's clear. There's no pellets in it. I'm about to pump this one from zero real fast for you. Right after I have a discussion with you about what happened to me on the road the other day. So this is the video where I told you I would explain what happened in the traffic stop. Here's another disclaimer, YouTube. I am not an attorney, a lawyer, a legal writer, none of that. This is just my personal experience, my knowledge of Michigan law and federal law. So we were on the road. We went down to the dispensary in the city because it's cheaper. And we were on our way back, driving through a high interdiction drug zone on 75. And we got profiled and pulled over because our car's kind of beat up. It's our work truck. And I believe because of our age demographic and the way our vehicle looked, the officer thought for sure she had one. I mean, really though. Out of the car, violated all my rights, all kinds of stuff. First, I sat in the vehicle for a while and she asked me to give her my ID, and I told her, I don't answer questions and I don't have to give you my ID. I'm a passenger and you stopped us on a civil stop. And she wanted to quote case law to me, Miller v. blah, blah, blah. She made it fairly evident she was going to make it difficult for me, way more difficult than what I had time for at the time. So I got out of the vehicle. I consented to search, all of that stuff. She saw a cellophane from a chicken sandwich on my floor, and she just knew that was drugs and just went right after it because she was trained. She's a trained observer of Michigan State Police. Well, you might be trained, but you ain't experienced. I'm not going to put your name and badge number out there, but I do have it recorded. There was also a Native American gentleman who showed up who was a tribal police for the Little Odawa tribe. And his name was Little John. He was super cool. He totally understood. He's like, man, it's not my traffic stop. I'm like, okay. I'm like, there's nothing, dude. We smoked pot. We went to the dispensary. He's like, okay. So I'm standing at the back of the car, and the state cop is searching the vehicle, and she pulls this backpack out the back. And if you watch this channel, you know I promote backpack pellet launchers for safety in public spaces where you cannot carry a firearm because they do not want you to be safe. They want things to happen to you. It makes money for the government. Anyway, she pulls the backpack out, and the other officer I'm standing next to says, oh, backpack, awesome. The school book's in there, right? Kind of hopefully, and I think he thought, all the kilos were in there. I was like, no, there's a pellet gun in there. But when she unzipped it and she opened it, YouTube, and you look at that, this does not, it doesn't look like an air gun. It doesn't look like a pellet gun. It looks like a submachine gun. So she pulled that out and pulled out this way bigger bag than this. And she politely put it back in the bag. She politely put my dispensary stuff back in the bag, and that was the end of that. She didn't have a problem with it. So, no charges, no problem. So I always preach, keep it unloaded and not aired up if you can, like the Hatsan Jet, because you can take the air cylinder off of it when you're transporting it, or you can unscrew it and then screw it back on instantly if you need it. But carry it unloaded, put it away in the backpack, no problem. Even with my dispensary goods with it. No problem, YouTube. The reason it's no problem, YouTube, is because by federal law, this is not a firearm. So it's okay to have it around the back of that. And if you medicate, you know what that is. I don't have to show everybody. I'm grown up. Yeah, so it's okay to have that medication with this kind of protection in the state of Michigan And I proved it myself by carrying it every day and getting pulled over with it for you, YouTube, just to prove that I was right about my understanding of Michigan laws. So, I hope that helps you. And, I grow my own medication as well during the summertime. If you go back through some of my videos, you'll see that that's what this is all about. It's the self-defense comes defending my crop of medication from animals and human beings, if necessary. Because I don't like the stuff they grow and put in the stores. YouTube, I like my own stuff. It's better. I know I made it. I know what went into it. So, just so you know, you're good to go. I'll take a couple of shots with the sortie to celebrate. Apex out.